aim of this recording is to provide you with guidance on how to flag your IFRS standards effectively. I am Bianca Nel, the Financial Accounting Lecturer at CA Campus. Our IFRS standards provide us with the rules, our principles that you need to use when you prepare your annual financial statements. During your undergrad, you have covered basic principles. In your CTA year, you will dig deep into each separate standard. Now, before we look at our flagging, we need to ensure that we understand the different parts of our IFRS textbooks. You will identify that they indicate to us that there is a Part A1 and a Part A2. The Part A textbooks will include our actual text and principles per standard. Compared to our Part B textbook, our Part B textbook will include illustrative examples and guidance on understanding and implementing certain paragraphs and principles. Our Part C textbook will provide us with the basis of the conclusions reached per standard. Now guys, you will make use of your Part A textbook majority of the time, and your Part B textbook is also important in terms of illustrative examples. During your CTA year, you will have to study your principles, and then your textbook will be there to work for you. Your textbook should be there to help you. Therefore, guys, you need to ensure that you make your textbook user-friendly for yourself. Nobody else, only for yourself. Now, when we look at our psycho requirements, you are allowed to flag, highlight, underline, and sideline your textbooks. Therefore, it is important that you have a structure. How are you going to do this? Remember that you will make use of your textbooks for the following few years. Therefore, you need to ensure that you do this properly now. But what do I mean with a structure? When you look at each standard, you will identify that each standard will include as a minimum a scope, measurement, calculation principles, recognition principles, presentation, and disclosure. Therefore, the structure that I want to follow is to allocate colors to this. Now, when I open my textbook, I need to ensure that it is user-friendly and that I'm able to easily allocate certain paragraphs. Therefore, for the name of each standard, I will include a yellow flag and I will write on the flag the name. Now, important, my presentation and disclosure requirements is normally quite a lot of information. And guys, I need to ensure that I am able to allocate this easily. Therefore, I will include a flag for my presentation, and this will be a blue flag. And I will include a flag for disclosure requirements for each standard, and this will be an orange flag. Therefore, when I need to open my standard at a certain paragraph in terms of presentation, it's easy for me to immediately open the standard at the presentation requirements and identify what I need to write down or apply. Now I'm going to include my flags to illustrate this to you. Please imagine that this textbook is our Part A. You will identify I've included my flags, and you now need to write on your flags. Let's say, for example, this is IS1 and IS2 and so forth. And on my blue flags, I will include only a P for presentation and my orange flags a D for disclosure. What are you allowed to write on your flags? Guys, you cannot include any crib notes. You are allowed to write on your flags anything that is written on that specific page where you include your flag. My recommendation, include your flag, the yellow flag, on the contents page. Therefore, if you need to open, for example, IFRS 16, you can open your contents page and you can view the applicable paragraphs to be able to easily allocate the paragraph that you need to transfer. Now guys, if I indicate to you that you need to use a structure, my recommendation throughout your textbook, for example, if there is a very important principle that you know that you have to remember, highlight, underline that section with red, and then you know that this is your very important principles. If there is definitions that you tend to forget, make use of green. And guys, this is purely examples. You need to work on a structure that will work for you. At CA Campus, we will teach you how to use your IFRS standards. If you are interested in learning more, you are welcome to register for our free week at no obligation, and you can send an email to info@cacampus.co.za. Thank you for watching and good luck with your CTA year.